Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to information, education, inspiration, guidance, and advice. And I'm reminded something that we touched upon with respect to Abraham's servant setting up a match, a shidduch, with respect to Rebecca, Rivka. Something that Lavan and Basul, the parents, said, Mei HaShem yatza hadavar. The matter stemmed from Hashem. Everything comes from God. God is behind everything. I've taught in many previous videos. There are no coincidences. Everything comes from the Almighty. Everything comes from God. And stories abound of seeming coincidences, a series of tiny little events which are so unusual they can only be the hand of God. One particular story is told by Rav Yitzhak Zilberstein about a young man. This young man was in Jerusalem, and he by chance happened to be praying in a little tiny shul. He was davening in a shtibel in the Machron Moshe section of Jerusalem. This is a neighborhood that this guy never went to before. He just happened to be there, and he happened to be going into this tiny little synagogue to pray. At the end of davening, he felt something. He felt a pull. He felt drawn to look in on one of the shirim, a class, a shir, that was going on in one of the little rooms off the main synagogue. He didn't know why, but for some reason he felt compelled to enter this room and look at the section of Talmud that they were studying. And the young man, when he's relating the story to Rav Zilberstein, reiterated that this practice was not typical of him. He looks at the volume of Talmud that they were studying, and he sees at the bottom that he sees that there were notes written all over the place, and he notices on the bottom that there was a signature. And that signature was his grandfather. He was shocked. His grandfather was a great Talmud Chacham, a great Torah scholar. He had been killed during the Holocaust. To the best of everyone's knowledge, his Shas, his complete volume of all the volumes of the Talmud, that set of Talmud, upon which he had written copious notes, they just presumed that had also been destroyed. The Nazis threw it on fire. The family was very heartbroken and bitter, not only obviously of the death of the grandfather, but also the loss of these books, these valuable notes of the grandfather. This was their link to the past. This was their Zaidi, their grandfather, speaking, as it were, from the grave. As soon as the class was over, the young man approaches the man who was studying from the Talmud to ask where he got it. Who gave him this entire Shas, the entire set of Talmud, as a gift? He said, well, after the war, he met a man who gave him the set of Talmud on the condition that he would take it with him to Israel, to bring it to Eretz Israel. The young man told, the guy studying the Talmud said, I would be delighted to return this set of Talmud to its rightful family. You can only imagine the joy that the family felt when they discovered that this personal set of Talmud, this Shas, of their Zaidi, of the family as patriarch, had been found. After careful perusal of the Shas, once it returned, it was discovered that while the grandfather made many notes throughout all the many volumes of the Talmud, all the tractates, there's notes everywhere, only one place did he actually sign his name. And that was on the very page that they happened to be studying on the day that the grandson happened to be in Israel, happened to be at the synagogue, happened to walk in the class, and happened to notice the page at the moment that they were studying it. A few minutes before, it would have been the page before. A few minutes later, it would have been the page after. Nothing would have happened. There are no coincidences. Everything comes from God. Everything is for a reason. Everything is for the best. Things that may seem like coincidences are actually the hand of God. Things that may seem awful and terrible at the time are meant so that things come out the way they're supposed to come out. Let's keep this in mind. There's no coincidences. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back, please watch, please learn. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.